Thank you. I'm super nervous and my heart's beating really fast, so I must be in the right place. So I just wanted to say hi for a minute, and then we're going to do a meditation, and I'm going to come back and share a little bit more on my own testimony and how it's been over the years. But I do want to say, my name's Tamara Masden. I mostly go by Tam. In the past year, it feels like it resonates more. I'm 32 years old. I'm not 17. It's confusing to people. I was born and raised in Dallas, Texas, and I found Ashland, Oregon 4 years ago. And I was traveling with Spirit and pulled up to the co-op, and my spirit said, "Yeah, we're home." So I knew, okay, yeah, it makes sense. The people are really friendly. I want to share that in Dallas, I was raised in a Christian church, and I just know my truth is nowadays, church service to me is really boring. I think that I can speak for my generation and everybody younger. It's boring. We don't want to be talked to. We definitely don't want to know that your answers are my answers. It's just, it doesn't resonate. Hallelujah. Amen. So I found Unity Service shortly after moving here, and I instantly fell in love. I love all of it. Usually, if I show up to a church service to check it out, or spiritual, whatever works for you, I sometimes find myself bored and then physically leaving the service halfway through. And I haven't left service here. I stay. I'm excited. Norma is incredible and tuned in, and we can all hear that. I think that's why we keep coming back. So when I found the service, my spirit said, "You're going to speak here." And I said, "Okay, cool." And so I went up to Norma and I said, "I'm going to speak here." And she said, "Well, you're going to keep coming here, actually, and you're going to be a part of the community." And so I said, "Great, okay, that's what I'm going to do." So I kept showing up, and every maybe 6 months or so, I would say, "Don't forget, I'm going to speak here." And she would say, "Okay." And so last weekend, I went to a yoga retreat, because I want to fit in Ashland. And in a moment of journaling, I heard Source say, when you get back to Ashland, you're going to email Norma, and you're going to ask about speaking. And so I said, that makes sense. It's about time to ask anyways. And so I emailed, and the next day, she said, "What about in 5 days from now? Can you speak this Sunday? I don't have somebody." And I was like, "No, it's too soon." And I heard all the characters who had tons of excuses on why I wasn't ready, and I needed to prepare and freak out in a longer period of time before actually standing here. And then I reminded myself, I've been asking for years. Actually, since I was a little girl, I've seen visions of Gandhi energy, of Oprah. I plan on having my own TV show, whatever that looks like one day, and supporting people and their own empowerment and walking freely in this world, as we all deserve that. So I am a speaker. I'm excited. I'm excited to be here. I'm so excited. And the other piece to me, I'm going to be talking about faith today. And faith to me is really constantly giving myself permission to relax, to really trust, to tune into the deeper knowing that all really is well. That what I see with my eyeballs is irrelevant. That there is something bigger happening. And when I was a little girl, my dad, his office in the house, he had a beautiful wooden framed picture, and the words really big on it read, "Everything is possible for anyone who has faith." And I was obsessed with it. I would stare at it sometimes just for, you know, hours, and I knew my spirit resonated with it. All of the energy of it, it just felt like, yes, this is true. This is possible. It feels, I mean, just if you just tune into that for a second, everything is possible for anyone who has faith. I mean, we just, in that one moment, we just broke open to an unlimited world. We were limited, and we just opened our mind to something new. And I'm so grateful to be here. My dad, when I was young and finishing high school too, he said, what do you want to be when you grow up? You know, those kind of questions. And I said, well, actually, I would really love for somebody to hand me a lot of money, and then I'm going to travel the world, and then I'm just going to hand out dollars everywhere. And he hated it. He still hates it today. He has something coming. It's fine. But what I was speaking in that is simple, is easy. I want easy. I don't want to plug into an old system. I don't want to think that I'm doing something for somebody else's joy. I'm clocking out of my own joy, my own happiness, to have that happen. So I had an awakening 6.5 years ago, I guess, yes. In January 2011, to back up a few months, I was in the Bay Area, and I was pursuing working for a nonprofit with teenagers, and they hire once a year. And for 3 years in a row, I applied, and I was told no every year. So in 2010, I fell deeply into depression. I didn't get it. It was supposed to be my life. I even tattooed 2 of the sayings that we taught in the room on my wrist, because I thought, this is my everything, this is who I am. And so I fell all the way into depression, and then I just thought, like maybe many humans think, I'm just going to end my life, I'm just going to be done. There's no purpose, there's no reason for me to be walking here on earth. It's exhausting to think I'm going to just clock in and just, you know, all my life, and then maybe in 55 years I'll go on a boat ride or vacation or treat myself in some kind way. So I reached out to many friends, and one of my friends said, move to South Texas, Galveston to be exact. Move out here. I'm starting a nonprofit working with teenagers. I need your help. So I decided that's what I was going to do. And I got there, and my life has changed forever since arriving and showing up for that divine appointment. 2 weeks after getting there, I was introduced to Abraham Hicks. How fun is our life? Totally. So if you don't know, Abraham's on YouTube. Look it up. And it's a woman, Esther, and she is channeling clear, pure, positive, incredible energy to uplift us. She's answering questions of different humans. It's incredible. And I heard Abraham talk about faith in a new way, where I would believe first and then see. And all of my spirit came back alive, because I knew that I had already seen first and then believe. It's really simple. It's so easy to see a pile of money and then believe I'm abundant, I'm prosperous. It's easy to see numbers in our businesses or meeting certain marks, whatever that looks like, and then to believe the successful being that I be. It's a whole different game, and I absolutely believe we are moving into a new world paradigm where we get to believe first and then we see. That's where it happens. So I just want to pause for a second so we can sit and drop in a little bit, and I'll be back to share more words. Thank you. Aren't we so blessed with the musicians here? Special thanks to the angels in the room, just with their beautiful piano, flute. So, I'm still so grateful. It's beautiful. So I heard the call in January of 2011 to embody faith in a new way. And what I heard, Spirit, I'm going to refer to Spirit as Source. Source is my homie, my best friend. It's me, it's all of it. And I don't know what words he used, but just to give you a little feeling of what it is, Source. So Source told me, I went to the ocean that day and I spent hours sitting, I cried, and I listened a lot. And Source said, you're going to give me everything. You're going to give me everything in your world. I need you to release it all. And you're going to get everything back tenfold. You're going to get unlimited for the rest of your life. We need you to trust us. And so, I mean, I was in the exit stage left, so I thought, this is my only option. I'm going to do it. Yeah. So I decided that day that I was going to start walking differently. And I called my job. I was working at a little cute mom and pop restaurant waiting tables in Galveston. And I called that day and I said I quit. And they said, you can't quit. And I said, I know, but I quit. And right after that, I got evicted from the apartment I was in. And that's when I started pulling a suitcase. And, you know, I can honestly say that I've never slept on the street. I've never slept under the stars. Though it does sound beautiful, by the way. I do know, and I've always known since I was little, I'm very blessed. And I have a lot of support in this world. I'm so grateful to say that and to know that. So I have always had a roof over my head. And I've always had food to eat. So I started pulling a suitcase, and I found my way back to the Bay Area. And I hung out in California for a while. And people said, what are you doing? And I said, I'm having faith. And they said, what do you mean? I said, I don't know. But something's working because I trust more. I wake up and I feel more excited for life every day. I am breathing easier. I feel more in tune with my body. I can hear when I need to eat something specific, or when I should stretch, or when I should walk, or when I should talk, or when I should be silent. And a lot of people said, no, Tam, this is not what life is about. Let me tell you what life is about. If I had $1 for every time I was told, you're supposed to have a job, okay, I would have a lot of dollars, which I do, by the way. But my intention from the beginning, walking in this world differently, was always about throwing away all the rule books I was juggling. I was juggling this Christian rule book and my Texas parents and what they said and older generations and what worked for them, or so they thought. And just everybody's opinion about what success looks like and how you should show up if you think you're on the path to that. And so my intention had always been to release all of those books so that I could find my own rules in this world. And I have. And So, let me just stare at words for a second. I've really got to open up and ask for help, which is really vulnerable, by the way. I want to connect to that piece because it's been such a large part of my journey to tune in and feel and hear, I don't know where I'm sleeping tonight. I have no idea where I'm sleeping tonight. And it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I have no idea. To know that, to hear, okay, ask so-and-so to sleep there. To hear the character of, I've already asked so-and-so. There's a limit of how many times I can ask. To acknowledge that character and still do it anyways has been so challenging and has opened me up so big to the understanding and the knowing that we are in this life together. It is not just a cute bumper sticker in Ashland. We are really all one. And it is about... It is about not only asking for help, it is about receiving support. It is about showing up when your spirit says, yes, I do have extra energy. I do have a couch that she can sleep on. I do have food or whatever I can show up in this way. That's why, too, it feels so amazing to give food away, to help homeless and hungry people. That's who we are. To the core, we know that. That's also why it feels horrible when we judge people who are sitting on the streets, calling it in my way, annoying, shouldn't be here. I mean, it's a whole different talk, a whole different day, but I believe that the humans that are sitting on the street are the most incredible, beautiful reflection of God on earth. Because in that, we get the reminder and the opportunity that we are all one, that we're all connected, that we need to open up and ask for help. I want to encourage everyone, just for 1 second, to really connect with the vulnerability of asking for help. I don't know how often I walk on the street, and even if I have no energy to give, I touch somebody's shoulder, high-five them, I hug them. And most importantly, when I feel inspired, I say thank you for asking for help. Because God knows half of the humans on this planet can't even do that. It's so scary. It is scary to think, what if I'm rejected? What if they don't have it? And what I've noticed in my own journey is as I ask, as Abraham says, as you ask, it is given every time. There are no exceptions. But as I ask, even if you're a no in front of me, the yes spins around somehow and gets to me. Because the universe hears, and then I open up. I don't have to have attachment. You're not my answer. I'm just practicing. I often say that still today. I need to ask because I'm practicing asking for help. Even if you're a no. I know my yes is somewhere close by. I'm excited. Thanks for listening to me. Thank you for witnessing me in this moment. I want to acknowledge this is scary. This is vulnerable. Uncomfortable. I feel unworthy. I feel lack. I feel not enough. So, to be really real with that. I mean, this other part of my journey, I often have felt really angry at Source. And you know, especially like, you know, hearing feedback and stuff is one of the things I'm most passionate about in this world, and you'll see my book one day soon, is healing our relationship with money on this planet. And I have felt a tug of war in my own spirit of feeling this old paradigm pull me this way, of like, oh yeah, it only looks, I have to be plugged into a job and be clocking in X amount of time per week before I can fully relax in my being, before I can really know to my core that I'm okay. And the thing that I know and understand and have been practicing for years is working deliberately with law of attraction. Because law of attraction is working on our side, and when we deliberately show up and we tell the best feeling stories, which, by the way, just feels good. Why are we telling boring old stories anyways? And why are we retelling them? Why wouldn't we choose the best feeling story? And so the best feeling story to me today, right now, is money effortlessly shows up for me. I'm a money magnet. I love money, money loves me, we get along great. It's not connected to, I have a job and then I have money, and it's not in that way. It may look that way. I may be inspired. Right now, I actually kick it and I deliver flowers in town. It's so cool. And I get paid for it. So, you know, I mean, the point is I've gotten to a place, I show up physically only where I want to be. I'm never showing up because I think that I owe somebody or because I need to. I am, every day is a check-in. Every single moment is a check-in. Do I want to be there? Do I, is this serving my greater good? And sometimes it's a no. I mean, I don't know how many jobs I've said, yeah, it's not working anymore. And then employers go, what? You're supposed to, when you say that you're going to work for us, you just show up, all the time, and then you're just, and you know, and it doesn't actually work like that. I know that's convenient. I'm sure that, you know, I've kind of scrambled many businesses for a second, and I trust that they've got it all in place and it happens how it should. So I just want to encourage everybody, follow your spirit, and we need to heal our relationship with money, and we need to stop giving our power away. This is such a tiny, silent conversation that sometimes we only sit with our tears and our bank statements about. It's real. It's an energy. It's us. It's not scary, and it's not limited. Did we know that all we do is push print to have more dollars? That knowing in itself is just like, I mean, like, talk about unlimited. Just keep pushing print. I mean, so just let's be deliberate as we are awakening, as we are stepping into our own alignment more every single day. Choose joy. Tell the best feeling stories. It feels good to effortlessly flow in our day. It's scary and it's like, you know, like out of our control, and some minds need, Monday I do this and Tuesday I do this and stuff, and you know, often in my journey too, as I've not taken jobs, I've had a lot of free time. And also it looks like free time, but I'm working here and here constant, because I'm just checking in. I've been tuning into myself and doing the work. So if something comes up, it doesn't feel good, then I do the work. I understand that when I stand in front of you and you trigger something in me, it's not about you. It's about something in me that still wants to be healed. So life is fun. Life is so fun. And I am so excited to say that, to know that to my core. You know, I have recently been fighting some pretty big demons in my world, and they mostly have been reflected in relationship. And I found myself yet again in a dark, dark hole 3 months ago in New Mexico. And I was checked into the hospital for suicidal reasons. Now, did I actually want to physically leave the earth? No. I really get to my core, there's no ending to life. Death is just, it's all the same. It's all a part of it. We just kind of switch into maybe a butterfly, I don't know. But I don't want to leave. And it was a huge wake-up call to like this old stuff, this unhealed child inside of me that just wanted to be held, that just wanted to connect for a second and share its voice about how scary this world is, about how crazy it is to think I can just pull a suitcase and just make it in this world, that I can be big and strong and in my power enough to not let other people's opinions bother or affect me. When I hear, you should have a job, you should you should have X amount of dollars in your bank account or wallet, or, you know, just all of what it should look like, to be like, you know, it is what it is. And I just have a feeling it's going to get a lot better. And this moment is temporary. And I mean, that's such a big piece. This moment is temporary. And I wanna share one thing, and then we're gonna do a song. And I just, a few weeks ago, I moved into my own place, and I'm paying rent dollars for the first time in this whole journey. So it's so amazing and fun to come full circle. And I had this really cool experience of days before moving in, noticing I was seeing nothing. I just saw nothing. And I just kept going, okay, I'm excited for the dollars. I don't see anything. And then like, okay, tune in, get on your meditation pillow, it's fine, stretch on the yoga mat. And then I got to show up, and my landlord, who's a sweet friend of mine, bless her beautiful heart, as you can imagine how it might feel as a landlord to hear, I know that I said I would have X amount of dollars, but I actually have $0. So she had her reaction, as you can imagine. I mean, we're human, and we see and we expect, and it's supposed to on this time, and then if it's not, we need to freak out and stress and all that. So I'm in a great place and feeling so centered in my power that for the first time I got to say, yeah, I don't see it. And then she goes, well, yeah, but like, when are you going to see it? And I go, yeah, I don't know, but like really soon. Really soon. It's going to be so good. I'm excited to share the details about how it all unfolds. And I'm asking more specifically for a moment of grace and patience with me in this piece of my journey. So I just wanted to share that, because you can know that it's temporary, and you can also know that it's temporary standing in front of a human who doesn't know it. Like, just makes no sense. Like, can you just tell me the exact day and the exact moment that you're going to have it in your hand, and I'm going to have it in my hand, and it's going to be so good, you know? And so, no, I don't. But we should listen to a song for a second. I really appreciate all of you being here and being open to something greater, to something beyond your eyeballs. It is so time for us to treat ourselves and to really tune in to spirit and to our own inspiration. And be guided and flow effortlessly in that way. We're so deserving. We are so worthy. I'm clear of that. We are. And we need to tell each other that way more often. You're worthy and beautiful and on purpose. We're all on purpose. I'm so glad we're here on earth now. Yeah.
Oh.